Crypto's favorite gunslinger is back on the warpath and sparing no one in his latest deadly assault. Who am I talking about? Pauly0x, of course, this guy right here, the influencer who has seemingly come out of nowhere in the last few months to be become perhaps the #1 most talked about influencer in all of crypto. This episode, there will be some new and old beefs ignited in the last couple days with these guys right here, Brian Armstrong and Kobe. I'll get into all the juicy details in a little bit, but first let's start with Pauly's project, Pond, that he's a founder of right here, and what are the updates with this project. So before we get into the price action, this, look at this here. It was trending just yesterday here at 947 tweets. PNDC, that's a ticker symbol. So this is Floki level. This is Baby Doge level. This is Shiba Inu level. That is a lot of tweeting right there. So the intrigue behind Pauly and the project, whether you like him or not, there's just a lot of buzz right here. Getting to the price action, not bad, not bad. So we found sort of a floor right here. Prices appear to be trending upward. So as you all know, it had that rocket start, which a lot of these coins do in the first few days. Rose up to about a $95 million market cap. Then obviously it went down about 50%, pulled back. That is expected. But the good news is it is consolidated and is back on the upswing. The market cap is between 35 and 40 million. Today, this definitely looks like a healthy long-term chart right here. Obviously, as I mentioned in the last episode, we don't want this coin to become another Mung, because Mung sort of reminds me of this one. It was also founded by a charismatic founder, BitLord, who kind of just tweets whatever is on his mind, the way Pauly does too. Mung, unfortunately, was never really able to come back. As you can see, it also had this huge run-up at the beginning, went up to about 150 million. Kind of a slow drizzle there. The difference was BitLord would do a lot of sort of panicky price tweets. He would tweet like, oh, why is the price so low? This shouldn't be. A founder always has to exude confidence. So I have nothing against the guy. That always kind of sort of, jeets come out, people nervously sell, and that happens, and the coin just never really recovered. So thankfully, PNDC, Pond, does not appear to be doing that here. Again, 50% pullback. That is expected, but we are back on the upswing here. I like it. So what is new with Pond since my last episode? So some big things are coming, apparently. The team has been tweeting this out. Big things on the way. People are sleeping on Pauly0x to a catastrophic extent, hyping it up big time. So just a little refresher, what is it? So we don't really know what this project, the Pond, is, or what the Pond is a synonym for. All we know is that the water inside the pond is probably liquidity. This is what the team has done. Has tweeted here, frogs that will be in the pond, etc., animals, some kind of like lab here with frogs being created in the lab, and test tubes and more labs, and then there's this spawning machine right here. Team tweeted this out with a bunch of frogs inside. So it's been sort of a lot of teasing, a lot of cool teasing, but we don't really know how it all fits together. Also a UFO abduction, you gotta have that, but how does it all fit together? So we finally got some clues in the last couple days. So this friend of Pauly0x tweeted this out here. So he thinks, this sounds pretty accurate. So he thinks Pond is actually going to be an exchange. The Pauly0x exchange. So the water in the pond is the liquidity, the way exchanges have liquidity for all the tokens inside them. Pepe, remember Pauly is a huge Pepe fan. These two projects have a symbiotic relationship with each other. Pepe is a frog in the pond. So it's a tradable asset on the exchange, frog in the pond. And then again, ponds have 1,000 different creatures in it, so all those 1,000 different fish are different assets, coins you can trade on the exchange. There will be big fish, big creatures like frogs. There will be tiny creatures like minnows, like small market cap assets, but everything in the pond is a tradable token on the Pauly0x exchange. And then there's also something where you can probably spawn frogs or some other living creature that goes into the pond. Spawning is basically what we think now mining. So when you mine coins, you create coins. When you spawn coins, you create a new creature, a new coin that goes into the pond. And then there will probably be a staking element. If you hold that coin that you created, mined, and then put into the pond, you get a return, 10, 20% or whatever on that asset. So that's the staking element right there. So it's all kind of starting to come together here, and Pauly0x retweeted this tweet here, so seemingly kind of agreeing with some or all of it, so we shall see. Let's move on. Let's get into the juicy beefs right here. So let's start with this one, new beef of the week with Kobe, this influencer right here, Jordan Fish. So if you're not familiar with him, huge Twitter following, 700,000 followers. He has He's one of the most old school people around. I guess he first bought BTC in 2013. He has been tweeting, I believe, I've heard, since 2014. So, you know, whereas a lot of the OGs nowadays are considered like 2017 sort of influencer OGs, this guy has been tweeting since 2014. So, of course, he's going to be one of the biggest influencers around. Here's the beef. Pauly tweeted this year, "Hey Kobe, how many token warrants are you getting from Friend Tech?" Friend Tech being that new platform that's paying out influencers to do whatever it does. And then this data has come out. Kobe has earned more than any other influencer on the platform, $144,000 in royalties just in the last week or two since the platform launched. He's earning even more than the founder of Friend Tech, 0x Razor Alt, who came in second with 100,000 royalties. So how Kobe is earning that much, I don't know. Obviously, could just be he has a huge following. Pauly0x thinks he's being paid, or there's some sort of warrant or whatever. Called him out here, said crickets, and then the longer Kobe doesn't respond, the more sort of Pauly ups the antes of the attacks. We still see, you know, obviously Kobe's had some other issues. So what else is sort of Pauly upset about him? Then there's months of things. A big incident about 2 to 3 months ago. Kobe tweeted out saying a puzzle that when it was sort of unveiled or whatnot, it read red alert for CZ, meaning there was an arrest warrant from Interpol for CZ. So that caused panic. People started panic selling, and then it turned out to be false. CZ called him out directly on Twitter and said he suggested this person, Kobe, was paid by a competitor to do that. Could be, whether he was paid or not. It turned out to be false. The tweet was false. It was made up, basically. So that's kind of one strike against Kobe. Also, another thing that Pauly's brought up, Kobe was paid by FTX. He had this up-only sort of YouTube channel. FTX sponsored that, and then Kobe kind of showed off that he took the sponsorship money but only put out 18 videos in like the first 9 months or so. And FTX did sponsor a bunch of other big channels. They sponsored Altcoin Daily's channel. They sponsored Anthony Pompliano's channel. But those guys were, you know, every day they were putting out videos and, you know, kind of paying attention to the sponsorship, giving the shout out to their sponsor FTX in every video. Kobe was sort of showing off that he was sort of taking advantage of the deal, the money, and only putting out 18 videos in 9 months. So, you know, he's kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Anyways, let's get into beef number 2 of the week. Brian Armstrong, founder, CEO of Coinbase. Well, he kind of went on the rampage, calling them scumbags. Coinbase is his exchange. Will put Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, out of business. He's suggesting take all your funds out. I don't really know what this beef about or what it stems from. Lately, Pauly took issue with this here, that Coinbase put incorrect information about about the Pawn token on the platform. So this token isn't tradable on Coinbase, but they do sort of they track assets on their platform. So they said the ticker symbol is Pauly0x. That's not correct. The website is Pauly0x.com. The ticker symbol is just PNDC, and then it's Pawn Coin. So that seemed to rankle Pauly. He put up a tweet about he's pissed off, and also part of this could be the Coinbase does not like Pepe coin, which, you know, it's a symbiotic relationship between Pepe and Pawn Coin. Pauly is a big Pawn Coin fan. Coinbase, 3 or 4 months ago, they called Pepe a hate symbol. They just don't like it, so that appears to what kind of started Pauly's sort of dislike of Coinbase. Anyways, that's it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you are a big fan of Pawn Coin. Let me know anything. Let me know what you think about these beefs. Let me know if you think the price action has bottomed out. It's going to go up. What do you think? Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Be back tomorrow with a new video. Ben Crypto signing out. Catch you later.